Good morning. It's
And
Joanne
welcome.
from Magpies Cottage.
I'm Amy, and we are recording our very first Zoom podcast. So bear with us. It might not work.
Hopefully it does. We'll put it up no matter how it turns out.
Yeah, it might be worth a good laugh.
It's been a long time. Yeah, since I don't even know when. Beginning of March.
Podcasted in February, but I don't know if we did in March.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Lots been happening since then.
Oh, obvious.
Yeah. So what's new by you?
I'm at the shop. I've been coming to the shop every Wednesday through Saturday from 10 to 2. The governor opened it up that we can do curbside pickup and deliveries, and then we ship out mail also. And besides being at the shop, I've been scrambling to get everything loaded onto our website. All the products are there now, but they don't all have pictures and good descriptions. So that's what I'm working on.
That is a job.
Yeah, it's a big job. Yeah, I was just doing Plymouth yarn one day on Monday. I started doing Plymouth yarn, and I worked steady all day long like it was a work day. And at the end of the day, I only got like halfway through the alphabet.
Wow.
But that means I have all the Plymouth Encore online now, so people can look at that.
Well,
So
that's the thing. It would be hard to buy yarn without looking at it. Even though you never know what the monitor is going to say,
right.
when it, when you look at it on the monitor, everybody's monitor is different. So you don't really know what it's going to say anyways, but well, it's better than not at all, I guess. Right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a job.
Yeah.
I've been doing online school, and I'm going to just tell you that it sucks. All right. I'm not a fan. I mean, how do you do a reading group for a kid who's struggling with reading online? You can have them read to you a little bit, but if you don't have the same text in front of you, you don't know what they could be saying the wrong word, or, in a word that fits, if you will, but not be the right word. And classroom teachers have, they can put their class in like a set routine. Monday we do this, Tuesday we do that. They don't have to do Zoom meetings with their kids. And I don't have to do a Zoom meeting either with mine, but I choose to, because then at least they've got some contact with me, and they can talk to somebody other than their family. And it also lets them talk to someone like their friends, because I'll do all of their, all of my groups that would be together. Like I'll do all my fourth graders together. And so all my fourth graders get to talk with each other. And that's nice. It would help if they'd show up for the Zoom meeting, but okay. I mean, I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make them drink. I'm more successful if I send an email to the parents reminding them that their kid should be online at whatever time I do it. And it also can be a conflict, because sometimes the classroom teachers do it. So if they're supposed to be in a Zoom meeting with their classroom teacher, I have to be careful not to invite them at the same time the classroom teacher's meeting. So it's kind of a pain that way. But oh well, it is what it is, right?
Yep. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day out.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of it today. I've got to go up to my mom's house and stuff like that, so I'm going to get out.
The pollen count is very high. I took the dog out this morning, and it took him a while to do his business. So I was out there about 15 minutes, and I came in, and my eyes were just scooped up and dripping. And I was like, oh boy. And then I look on my phone, sure enough, high pollen count is alert for today.
Well, I'm having the same issue. And the funny thing about this, okay, when the pollen count is this high, like in spring when everything's starting to pop, I'm at school 8 hours, okay? And I'm
Yeah.
wondering, now that I'm sitting here in my house, surrounded by my trees and my grass and everything else that's blooming. I mean, my daffodils are
Uh-huh.
finally blooming. They're shaded, and so I expect them late. But my nose is so stuffed up, my eyes, I have a sinus headache. And I'm thinking, oh, for Pete's sake,
Yeah.
that little bit of break I get when I'm at school
Uh-huh.
makes these allergies a lot more doable. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, my eyes itch and water, my nose is running, and you would think
Mm-hmm.
I got a cold or something, but I don't.
Nope.
I haven't been near any germs. So,
Yeah.
but wow,
Right.
I don't know. So,
Yeah.
oh yeah. What's
So,
new?
have you been knitting?
Oh, have I been knitting? You know, it's funny. When we first were closed, like earlier in March and the beginning part of
Mm-hmm.
April, I was able to knit more than I'm knitting right now. And
Okay.
I don't really know why. Because realistically for me, okay, once June rolls out and I'm out of school, I pretty much do as I darn will please every day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't have any school responsibilities like I do now with the online school, but they take maybe 2 hours a day tops. Some
Mm-hmm.
days might be a little longer because of a staff meeting, but no, the school stuff 2 hours a day, and on Fridays I have next to nothing. So I've got one small chore I got to do for school later this morning, and I will do that as before I do anything else. But yeah, so this switching to not doing a lot, I should be good at, but I'm having a really
Mm-hmm.
hard time with the structure and organization that I use. And I had it earlier when we were out of school, and I seem to have lost it right now. And it's really frustrating, really
Mm-hmm.
frustrating. A sweater for Cora, I cast it on, when did I start it? Maybe Saturday, Friday, Sunday. I don't know. No, I was working on it on Saturday. So I finally finished it yesterday. And all I had to do yesterday was the button band and the collar.
Mm-hmm.
But I got it done, and I love it. It's cute. I've got it right here. I show you. So this is it. And it's
Okay.
kind of got a bit of a scoop neck and this really cute texture cable. It's a 1/2 cable, and then the left and the right sides kind of mirror each other. They look almost
Oh,
like lightning bolts.
yeah.
And then on the cuff of the sleeve, there's a little bit of the cable detailing too.
Okay.
But a couple of things. Okay, the pattern is called Shelley Bay, Shelley Bay cardigan, and and it only has buttons at the top. There's just 3 buttons on here, and we have not found any buttons yet. Now,
Okay.
Cora and I did not go through the button box yet, but we will
Mm-hmm.
probably this afternoon or something like that. Um,
Okay.
but okay, I love the cardigan. Couple of things. It does not have you bind off the neck and the back stitches before you do the ribbing. I would always do that. And I noticed it in this one. The bind off creates this firm edge.
Right.
And when you then, so the pattern tells you to put those on hold and then, excuse me, pick up for the front part because there you're bound off already. All right. Pick up for the front
Mm-hmm.
part and then bring in the back neck stitches. Well, I would want that firm edge, you
Yeah.
know? And so I'm not going to undo it because that would remain,
Mm-hmm.
because you do the neck first and then you do the front bands. So I'd have to undo the front bands to fix the neck. Forget it. I'm not going to fix it. But if I would
Mm-hmm.
ever do a sweater, this one was bottom up. And if I would ever do a sweater like this again, I would definitely um,
Mm-hmm.
do bind them off all the way and then pick up to have that firm edge. Just like if you're
I
doing top down, you get a firm edge if you do like a long tail and then pick up for a band later. So
Sure. I've seen people, they'll put little grosgrain ribbon across that back edge. If you need something so it
that's a
doesn't
good
stick
idea.
out of shape.
Hmm.
Yeah, you could hand sew that on.
That might fix it. I mean, I'm not sure I'm
Yeah.
going to need it. I mean,
Uh-huh.
wearing, I mean, she's not going to wear this like out playing,
Right. Yeah.
but I love the yarn. It's not a superwash, and that does, be a little dicey in a kid's sweater because, you want to wash it. But I
Yeah.
figure that's okay because I use the Stonehenge um, fiber mill out of Michigan. I use their worsted, and I do love this yarn. It is so soft, and it's for a non-superwash. There's no
Hmm.
itchiness at all to it. So I
But that one
finished
will have
that.
to stay at grandma's house.
It well, definitely. No, I
Yeah.
don't send. I don't send things to mom's house ever. So I get frustrated
Yeah.
with the things. Like I made her. Well, you saw it. You saw Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she took it to mom's last week. Baby Yoda is
Uh-huh.
now stuck at mom's, and I would love to show you Baby Yoda, but Baby
Um,
Yoda is not here. So then I thought, and the thing is that this little kid is in tears because I don't want her to take Baby Yoda to mom's house.
yeah.
I'm not going to do that. That bothered me terribly.
Right.
But, well, I have no idea where Baby Yoda is. For all I know, it's being chewed up by a dog.
Uh-huh.
They have a dog. They have a golden
Yeah.
retriever. It wouldn't chew up a Baby Yoda. Golden retrievers do like to walk around with stuffies in their mouth, but
Yeah.
they don't usually chew them up. So
Uh,
I don't know. So Baby Yoda's up there. I made her own special gnome. That was one of the first projects I finished in March. Can't show you that either because that's my mom's. She likes to take her stuffies along, what are you
mm,
gonna do?
yeah.
So
Speaking of stuffies, I saw yesterday on Ravelry, there's like this dead duck, like, those dog toys that are dead
mhm.
ducks that dogs carry around. There's a pattern for one that's crocheted. It's adorable. I have to make that. So check it
I
out
have
on
to remember
Ravelry.
how to crochet.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think it's all single crochet, so it's real easy.
Hmm. I can do
Yeah.
single crochet. So
Yeah.
that's good. Okay, maybe I'll have to find that one. I try not
Yeah.
to go on Ravelry and look at
Uh-huh.
patterns because it ends up being a big time suck. And
Oh, okay.
I'll just like start cruising around and looking at that group and checking out that pattern, rearranging my queue, and oh, good gravy. And all of a sudden,
Oh,
I got nothing done. So,
yeah. Well,
and the
I
other thing,
went on before we did our Zoom meeting yesterday.
okay, all right. And then this is the Brook Green cardigan. It is, I'm going to try putting it on because I really love it. I knit this in that Malabrigo Cicero. So
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
nice, lightweight,
Oh,
summery
it
cardigan.
is pretty. Yeah.
I love this thing. The sleeves ended up being a smidge long, but it'll be okay. I shove them up anyway.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
yeah. And so now
Oh,
this
that is
cardigan,
pretty.
the pattern is out. It's by Laura Ayler. She just published it. It comes down, the pattern is more cropped, but I don't do cropped. So
Yeah.
you go to this garter edge on the bottom, like here's where, and there's like a good 4 inches, 5 inches almost to garter there. And
Uh-huh.
so I just did it as long as I wanted and then added on the garter edge. And then I added some A-line shaping to make it swingier because hers isn't.
Mm-hmm.
So it turned out really nice. I
Cool.
intend for this to be a summer weight kind of cardigan because it
Mm-hmm.
it's the linen silk blend of the Cicero. So
Yeah.
nice cardigan. So I finished that a couple days ago.
Very nice.
Yeah,
That's
well,
pretty
actually, I
cool.
finished it last week because I had to finish that before I could start chorus cardigan, and well,
Oh.
so
Mm-hmm.
that's what I've finished of recently. And then I am, of course, got my knit along, our virtual knit along, and I
Mm-hmm.
am on section 4. Now here that you can see my contrast a little better,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, so I'm on section 4 and I got about 20 repeats or so. I know I need 22 more stitches. So
Okay.
that's maybe 10 more repeats of the pattern in section 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's my plan for this afternoon. Get to section 4 and maybe finish it and start section 5. What it appears
Okay.
is that the pattern alternates this kind of stripe section. It's a slip stitch.
Uh-huh.
And then it alternates sections like that with these knit one below sections, although the knit one below sections are different. Okay.
Okay.
This is the beginning part here is a knit one below section, but that's different than this knit one below section. She uses different ways of doing knit one below in all the alternate
Mm-hmm.
sections. So it's kind of
Cool.
cool. You get a
Yeah.
really nice blend of your two colors, and mine didn't have a huge contrast. I mean, it's creamy,
Yeah.
here's my cream
Yeah.
and then here's my green. So you put the two together, yeah, you got contrast, but
Right.
it's not huge.
Yeah.
So
But it's nice and springy looking. I like
I
the color spring.
I love the spring colors. And you know how
Yeah.
you reach March, and this is what I'm thinking about, March into the beginning part of April, you're still wearing all your winter sweaters because it's too
Oh
freaking
yeah.
cold around here, and
Uh-huh.
that's when I'm going to wear this. That's going to be my spring pop of color. Like, yeah, spring.
Uh-huh.
So, and that's what I wanted when I picked the two colors. So, um,
Okay.
that's what my goal was. So, yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
I got another test knit going for Lisa Ross right now, but that's in the other room. It's not very far, and she set the deadline for this one way out into June. And I'm thinking, oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, I got plenty of time to knit that thing. Now watch me. It'll be June
Mm-hmm.
15th, and I'll be knitting my butt off on it because I let other stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that's what I'm working on. Notice I'm using my Magpies mug.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Well, it was funny. I
Right.
opened the cupboard and I saw it sitting there, and I thought, oh, hey, I can use my Magpies mug today.
Yeah, cool.
So what's new in the shop?
Well, for new in the shop yarn, I have a whole bunch of cotton, tons of cotton, ready for summer here. I put it all in a basket. Let's see if you can see it.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
I got all of these Phoenix DK prints, 10 different colors. And then all these Phoenix DK solids, 6 new colors. And this is in addition to the colors we already had of Phoenix DK. Phoenix DK is very nice cotton. I really like it. Let's see, what does it say about it? It doesn't really say much, just 100% cotton. Phoenix DK prints.
Is it
So,
mercerized?
no, it doesn't say mercerized. That's what I was kind of looking for, because it doesn't really have a shine, but a little bit. But no, it doesn't say it.
Do you
So
use it for dishcloths? Or is it too
I've
good for
used it
dishcloths?
for dishcloths, and I've made scarves with it. And I don't think I'd hesitate to make a sweater with it. It has a nice twist. Sure, it might stretch a little, but I don't think it would stretch a lot. And as soon as you wash it, it goes back into shape. So I think you could make a little summer cardigan out of this, no problem. And the colors, the solid colors for sweaters. I mean, they're so rich. This one is mustard.
Oh, wow. It is a pretty
It's
gold.
so rich. And yeah, some shamrock and like some of the old ones too that we had. I just love the colors. So yeah, we got all this cotton. It's all online and it's available for curbside pickup or delivery. I won't say shipping because if things are local, my dad and sister who are extremely bored will come take some of the local stuff. They pick it up from the shop and they go and they drop it on people's porches. So, you know, they pay for the shipping, whatever it is, you know, but actually Dad and Carrie are hand delivering it.
Well, that's actually kind of fun. Gives them
Yeah,
something to do.
it does. And gas is so cheap. And they've gone as far as the pier. So
Wow.
yesterday I had an order in Kiwani, but Dad's car was broke. They didn't know what was the matter with it.
Huh.
And turns out it was just the battery cable had worked its way loose. It came up. And so you just had to pound it back down and it was fine.
Okay.
But yeah, so for a day they were a little worried about cars.
Interesting.
So that one went out in the mail. But yeah, if you order it to be shipped, you could be surprised and it'll be hand delivered. You never know. Yep. But
So, well, I'm going to have to check out that cotton. I'm wondering, I always used the Fantasy Natural for these market bags. Yeah. And I'm thinking that cotton might be a nice market bag size weight and
right.
quality.
This is DK. Yeah, this is DK. So I like that. I know for washcloths and things too. I like the little bit thinner. I prefer that. Fantasy Natural is just a little too thick for me.
Okay. Well, I like it for the market bags. You know, I will say that much.
Okay.
I'm wondering what else I could do with it. I want to try that. Okay. You know, I'm not a huge fan of cotton. Okay.
Right.
I hate the way cotton stretches when I wear it. So I want to think of other things that I could knit with cotton. And market bags would be one. I like those. You know that little produce bag you did?
Yeah.
I think that might work nice with this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't remember what weight we used on that, but I think that was a DK.
That was DK, yeah.
So I might try that. Let's see. You could do a baby blanket. Oh,
for sure. It'd make it
I bet it would make a lovely baby blanket. So
yeah, even
whether
a shawl.
Yeah.
You could do shawls with this. And I mean, and if you could mix the stripes and the solids together, you know, put those two together or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want a summer shawl, for sure.
I've never knit a cotton summer shawl.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's time. What does this look like together? No, I don't think that's quite right. But I think I have in the last year's cotton this kind of taupey color with this bright orange. That might look kind of cool. So yeah, I'm sure there's a lot you could come up with for that.
I might have to spend some time sucking on Ravelry figuring it out. I don't know. I have a list. I made a list of 14 things that starting in the beginning of April. So right now the list is at 14 of things I want to knit that are critical. Knit. That means that I already have the yarn for them. And so I've crossed off like 4 or 5 things on the list and I got 9 to go. And I'll maybe add to the list now that it's May, but I reevaluate what I'm going to do every month. And I got to add this cotton. I'm going to just put it on there. Number 15 cotton project.
Okay.
So,
okay. Also new in the shop is I've been making bags. I haven't been knitting a lot, but I've been sewing a fair amount. I made some tote bags for myself. I didn't bring those 2 rust color tote bags for myself because I said, I never make them for myself. I use grocery bags. What's up with that? So now I got 2 tote bags for myself. But these are for the shop. And these are...
Oh my gosh.
Fully lined. They're quilt batting in them. And this one says, single, ready to flamingo. I got the handles, my little label, stitch marker, zipper pull. This one says, I'm not amused.
Oh, that's cute. Where did you get this cute fabric?
I bought it from one of my fabric people, for the quilting, and they had it. So, yeah, I'm going to keep adding some. I've sold a few. I'm just naturally glamorous. It's got a lamb.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, these don't have pictures on the website yet. They just say quilted bags on the website. So I'm going to add the pictures, but I'm not sure if I'm going to put one item for everyone or put one item out there and just random pictures and let you pick one and tell me. But watch for those soon on the website. They'll be out there pretty soon.
Well, I like the lamb one.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was me.
I had 2 kitty ones. So our kitty friend from Thursday night bought both of those up right away. So.
Shocking.
Yeah. Yeah. And also I've been thinking I got to make a quilt for Aubrey. So I think I'm going to take that quilt on the back wall and quilt that up starting Saturday. That's here. I'll show you.
Oh, the new one. That's right.
That one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to quilt that one up for Aubrey. It's her birthday on May 17th, which I think is a Sunday. So I am going to drive up to the UP, even if the restrictions aren't lifted. I'll go up there and stand in her driveway because weather's nicer now, and just see the kids because I haven't seen them since February.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't been up.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I'm going on her birthday and I'll just stay out in the driveway and I can leave her presents for her and see her for her birthday.
Well, it'll be a nice ride. Hopefully you can go on a nice day and enjoy the scenery and whatever.
Sure. Yeah. And gas is cheap. So might as well go.
Yeah.
Although it did go up again a little. I paid $1.29 yesterday.
Okay. So this is my rant. All right. It just drives me nuts.
What?
This was last week on Channel 4 News. They showed this map of gas prices across the state, and it was color coded. And there was Sheboygan and Ozaukee counties 30 cents higher than all the counties surrounding us. Why are these 2 counties along the lake? And then, so what happened was like the whole section of the map surrounding us all along the lake, they were at like 99.9 or something like that. And Ozaukee and Sheboygan counties were 129.9. And I don't know why. And then then you didn't get to that 129 range. Then there were, middle of the nowhere, northern part of the state where there might not be as many gas stations, that sort of thing. It was more remote areas. All right. And I'm thinking, why? What are we doing wrong here? Why is Sheboygan and Ozaukee counties gas higher? And I decided that is for 30 cents, I will drive all the way from my house on the south side of Sheboygan up to Cleveland just to get cheaper gas. I am, because quite frankly, with that mileage, and my car gets good mileage. Yeah. At 30 cents, it's worth it.
30 cents, it's worth it. For a dime, I won't go out of my way.
No, I wouldn't either. I have never even actually done the calculation of what it would need to be different for me to do that. But I just do not, for the life of me, understand why our gas in Sheboygan and Ozaukee counties is that much higher than the rest of our surrounding area. I don't know. Don't get it. So, yeah, when Ron, when he services up in Manitowoc, he fills up every time he leaves town because it's always cheaper in Manitowoc.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It might be worth driving to Cleveland for your gas So if that little
Mm-hmm.
gas station right off of 43 all of a sudden starts going gangbusters busy, you know why. It's your
Yeah.
podcast and me ranting about it.
Ah.
So,
Okay.
okay. At any rate, there's my rant for the day.
Okay.
What else you
All
working
right.
on?
Well, what I'm working on, I am working on the Descent cowl. That's by Carissa Browning. It's Ruth Ginsburg is attributed here, and they're giving 20% of the pattern sales to American for Civil Liberties Union, ACLU. So part of the pattern money goes to charity, and here it is. I love it.
Oh,
This is my
I love
third
it.
try. I I had different combinations, and this worked out the best for me. So this is Itty Bitty,
Mm-hmm.
and this is Carlton. They're both sport weight.
Okay.
Okay. The pattern did turn out a little large when I made it as written. So I cut it down from 144 to 120, and now this is nice so that the cowl will stand up on me, and I can pull it up over my nose if I need to.
Okay.
I think if you want a smaller needle and fingering weight yarn, you could do it as written for the stitch counts, but
Okay.
it was rather large otherwise.
All right. Is it stranded color work or mosaic?
It's mosaic. Yep. So all slip stitches.
I want to knit that.
Yeah. I'm going to make kits up in 2 weeks. That's my goal is in 2 weeks to have this done, and then I'll make kits up.
Okay,
And I'll
good.
put 3 different color combinations together.
Okay, good, because I want to knit that. I love
Okay.
that cowl, and I'm a huge fan of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So for me,
Yeah.
that's a big deal. There's also a sweater. It's not by the same designer, but it's called Descent cardigan or something like that. And there's also a Descent pullover that takes that same the jabot that she wears all the time when she is writing the dissenting opinion on the Supreme Court. And so there's a cardigan. There's a pullover, and then the cowl. But I think the cardigan and the pullover are by the same designer, and the cowl is a different designer. But I
Okay.
have had the cardigan in my queue ever since I saw it, and I am definitely going to knit that. The cardigan, I think, calls for a worsted.
Okay.
And which is part of the reason I haven't knit it yet. I don't
Mhm.
have a lot of worsted stash that I would
Yeah.
want, but not sweater quantity of something that I would want next to my skin.
Mhm.
So that's why. So
Yeah.
I love that cowl. So I can't wait to see the kids.
Thank you. Yeah. 2 weeks I gave myself a goal. And then one other thing, I just putts on my knit along
Oh,
with the
that's
marl.
so pretty.
Yeah, I'm liking the colors. I'm just changing again now and have one that's kind of green and blue going in. And this far on the sides, you can see about
Okay.
2.5 inches. So yeah, just now and again while I'm at the shop, I'll knit a row here or there.
Well, that'll get done maybe by next winter.
Yeah. Or all of a sudden, you get close to some milestone and then you go gangbusters. So
I
you
find
never know.
that middle of the body section takes forever. But then when you
Mhm.
start getting close to maybe an inch or 2 or 3 left, then you start moving. And
Yeah.
then once I've got the body done,
Uh-huh.
then I'm good with doing sleeves.
Yeah, me too.
Sleeves don't take that long. So
Yeah. And I'm trying to save, now that I'm on the body, a little ball of each of the colors. So I'll kind of make the sleeves match, but not really. I'll have
okay.
the same colors in the same order, but I won't care about widths.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm. I love that whole marling technique using the two
Yeah,
together.
I do too. And I really like it with the gray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try
It
that.
looks really nice.
I know I've got a ton of cream yarn here that I can use tomorrow. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, the thing I like about marling is that it tones down any variegated,
Sure.
you know, so that when you're
Yeah.
thinking about, oh man, I love this yarn, but it's just way too busy to be a sweater,
Oh
marl it
yeah.
with something and that solves
Yeah.
your problem.
Look at that one right there. I would never do a sweater out of just straight that one.
No, no.
But I mean, there it looks good.
Yeah, it does. So, hmm.
Yeah.
So
And
anything else on the
that's
horizon?
it. Nope, that's it for right now.
Hmm.
If you want, we can podcast every Friday, I think. If you want to make that a thing, do quick check-ins going forward.
We can do that. I'll just save the
Okay.
meeting ID. Now that I know how to do this, piece of cake.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. So then, yeah. Are you working? What works in progress do you have going? You only showed completed, right? Besides the
Well, that
rebuild.
and I've just got the 2 shawls. That's all I'm working on right
Okay.
now. And I have my blanket. I do have more in progress. I'm knitting the Habitation Throw
Oh yeah.
by Helen Stewart. I don't have that in here. It's in the car actually. It's my
Okay.
car knitting because it's small enough yet. Um,
Okay.
but what happened was I got suckered. You know how you get an email from a indie dyer and well, it's one of the indie dyers you like and something unique comes up. And I'm not a
Mhm.
big fan of these advent kits by any means because I think
Right.
there are lots of mini skeins that are hard to use together that um, are very expensive. So I
Mm-hmm.
generally, this is the first time I've ever bought anything like that. But Leading Men had a not advent, and that's because theirs had 25 mini skeins in it, which made it the not advent mini. You know, the advent one is always 24. So I
Uh-huh.
bought this last year, and I really it creates a beautiful gradient of all Leading Men mini skeins, and
Mm-hmm.
I I never knew I bought it without knowing what I was going to do with it. And then Helen Stewart came out with this knit vent habitation throw um, in last year's knit vent. And so I thought, you know, that would be the perfect thing. It calls for 24 minis. Well, I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't leave one of my minis unused. So I threw in an extra, I had a couple extra colors of different Leading Men colors in mini skeins
Mm-hmm.
here. So I threw in one extra. And so my blanket is going to have 26 stripes, and instead of the pattern had 24. You know,
Okay.
okay, so what? At any rate, so when I'm done, you know, with mini skein number 25, or no, mini skein number 13, then I'll be down. It goes corner to corner, and so
Okay.
it's I'll be down to the decreases. It goes corner to corner. It's a 10-row repeat with in garter stitch, and it's got an eyelet row in there,
Okay. So it's
and
going to be square.
it'll be square.
Okay.
Um, and like I'm on color 4 right now, I think. So
Okay.
yeah, it's right now it's maybe yay wide, you know,
Okay.
not very big. That's why it's my car travel project.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can take that and like when I go visit my mom and
Yeah.
then I sit and knit on that while I'm there because then I can I mean it's perfect chatter knitting. So
Okay.
yeah, so that I got that going, and I don't know what's going to happen with our ZK twin projects. I haven't heard,
Oh yeah.
because I do have some socks that I want to knit. They're called Skew,
Mm-hmm.
and they are um
Are those the ones that spiral around?
yeah, but you put the toe seam. It's like they use a Judy's Magic cast on, but the toe seam, if you will, well, it's not really a seam because it's the way the cast on works. It goes along the side of the toe. So then your
Oh.
spiral doesn't go in the normal circle around. It goes
Yeah.
in the diagonal around.
Okay.
So I'm using some self-striping yarn for that. I've got the yarn wound and ready. I just haven't cast on yet. But
Okay.
like here I sit. I mean, I do have all these things in the works. And it's
Yeah.
like, I've been frustrated because my time usage has been so bizarre, not
Uh-huh.
consistent, and that's just not me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's the effects of the pandemic and being stuck at home, or if that's the effect of being stuck at home with a 7-year-old who drives you crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Last night was the first time I experienced what I've heard other people talk of. It was like I was sitting there and I couldn't think of what day of the week it was. And then all of a sudden, it took me 5 or 10 minutes to, oh yeah, it's Thursday. I mean, it's just like, the days of the week are just all running together.
It's weird, and for me,
Yeah.
because, I mean, at least you've got a shop to go to. For
Yeah.
me, I mean, my couple hours of schoolwork and then the rest of the day is mine. And I just don't know where the time goes.
Yeah.
Yesterday, my big experiment yesterday, I made homemade yogurt.
Okay. How'd it turn out?
I want to strain it yet through let it sit and let the extra whey drip out to thicken it up like Greek yogurt.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was interesting because the tanginess of the yogurt comes from the amount of time you cook it. So if it turns out really tangy, cook it for less time. I had mine I used my Instapot and I had it in there for 10 hours. I think I should have stopped at 9. It's a smidge tangier than I would like. But, and then, well, it had to cool. That was eating it
Uh-huh.
warm. Who eats yogurt warm? So I put it in the fridge and they said it will thicken up overnight. And then, so I did that. And now this morning I'm going to go stick it in a bowl with some, draining through some cheesecloth.
Okay.
We'll see how it turns out. And then I
Yeah.
bought frozen berries and cherries.
Uh-huh.
And I'm thinking that if I take that and I chop it up and or put it through a blender or something, and then
Mm-hmm.
blend it into the yogurt, it'll be like a
Mm-hmm.
blended yogurt. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. Because Ron eats that every day. And
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah, I thought, what the heck? It was just an experiment. I wanted to try it.
Sure.
And I
You
did
know, tangy yogurt might be good made into salad dressing too.
well, that's what I'm wondering. I could make my own salad dressings
Mm-hmm.
and whatever from it. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I will say it was not complicated to do, not in
Okay.
the slightest. It depends upon what kind of milk you use. If you
Okay.
use an ultra pasteurized milk, so the Piggly Wiggly milk that I get at the grocery store is not ultra pasteurized. There's a product
Mm-hmm.
called Fairlife, but Pig didn't
Yeah.
carry it. So, but Fairlife or any of theirs, that's one brand that's ultra pasteurized. If you're
Okay.
using an ultra pasteurized brand, you can do the cold start method, which means you don't have to scald your milk first. Okay. Because
Okay.
I was using regular Piggly Wiggly milk, then I had to scald my milk first. And
Okay.
then after you scald the milk, then you cool it down again so that you can put the live yogurt cultures in. And to do that,
Uh-huh.
it's just literally a couple tablespoons of regular yogurt that you got in the fridge.
Oh, okay.
That's where you get your live cultures from. So you get a yogurt that's got
Uh-huh.
live cultures in, which is most of them. Um,
Yeah.
and then you put that in the pot. I added a little sweetened condensed milk to sweeten it up a little bit, but you don't have to if you like your yogurt plain. And
Mm-hmm.
then hit the yogurt button and let it cook for, I set mine, I think I did 10 hours and I think I could have
Okay.
done less. 8 hours minimum,
Huh.
12 hours maximum. And if you like it really tangy, go towards 12. If you like it not so tangy, go towards 8. And that's
Okay.
it. You got an Instant
Okay.
Pot. So
Huh.
I'm figuring out ways to use my Instant Pot. And that's kind of what the joke of it was. Because I bought this
Mm-hmm.
Instant Pot and quite frankly, I don't like all my meats shredded. And that what it seems to be really good at. So I'm finding other things to
Mm-hmm.
try in the Instant Pot.
Oh.
So I did that and I've been baking bread because I
Oh.
got out my bread machine and I'm having some fun. It took a while to find bread flour in the grocery store, but now it was
Oh,
back in
yeah.
stock. And it was also, there was people having trouble getting yeast, but I got yeast. I
Mhm.
had that in the cupboard. So,
Okay.
um, my bread's been turning out, and I forgot how much I loved home baked bread. You know, the
Yeah.
bread machine makes a nice bread.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing other things other than knitting, although neither one of these appliances are big time, consumers, because once you set them up and put the ingredients in, they pretty much run themselves.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
but I've liked the homemade bread, and we'll see about the yogurt. But
Okay.
yeah, so
Okay.
that's what
Sounds
I've been
good.
doing. I like
Good.
experiments. It's like
Yeah.
turning the kitchen into a chemistry lab.
Yep.
Yeah. And I put out oranges for the Orioles. Haven't seen any yet, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was funny. I brought home a bag of oranges from the grocery store, and Cora said, "Oh, Grandma, oranges, good." Uh, didn't have the heart to tell her, they're for the Orioles.
Uh-huh.
But
How do you put them out? You just slice them and have them set them on your deck, or you nail them to the tree, or what?
I've got um, a couple feeders that have like a spike in it.
Okay.
If you take a dowel and just sharpen the
Yeah.
point, not so it's really pointy sharp, but just
Yeah.
sharpen it enough to get um, a orange in it, and then I just poke a hole in the navel of the orange, and it goes
Okay.
on real easy. So,
Okay.
and then I save the small yogurt containers, because there's a place that they fit in, and
Uh-huh.
this way, if you save the yogurt containers, you can put grape jelly in there. And
Oh, okay.
the Orioles, they'll be attracted to the oranges, but they will come back for the grape jelly.
Okay.
And so my feeder has like a perch where they can sit on, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, hummingbirds will also come for the grape jelly.
Okay.
So I tend to, just put a fresh orange out every day, and the grape jelly I change every two days or so.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 3, depending upon the weather. If it's been cold outside but not rainy, then it'll go 3 because it's been cold.
Yeah.
If you have rain, you got to change it, because the rain gets in there and it makes it all soupy.
Yeah.
And other than that, like a day like today, I might change it tomorrow already because it's warm.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's another thing. I like to feed the Orioles and the hummingbirds because they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what I'm doing.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully we'll see everybody back again next week, Friday. We'll try to make that work. And,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Sounds
Have a
good. Well,
great week.
yep, you take care. All right, signing off now, hitting the stop
Okay.
recording button.